and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Let's talk about Awakend, shall we? So if you're not familiar with Awakend, they are an MLM, multi-level marketing company. Often they are referred to as a network marketing company or a pyramid scheme, in my opinion. And they have a weight loss pill called Zenith. This is the only product that they had when they launched. They have been launching since the summer of last year, 2022. We are now in May of 2023, and now they are officially launched with a whopping 3 products. They actually just released 2 products after their Awakend Kickoff event, which was like their first MLM convention. That was, I believe it was last week at the time that I'm recording this. So they had that in Charlotte, North Carolina, and now they have 2 new products. And I noticed Dr. Rimka was on Instagram posting things all about this nootropic, and I didn't know, I was trying to figure out what she was talking about, but Awakend is super, super vague with all of their social media because of the direction they were given from Danielle Mioli, who is the founder of this company. She tells her representatives to remain very, very vague about what products they are talking about when they are posting. And so she's been making posts geared toward physicians and medical practitioners. And it's a little problematic because she's encouraging them to join an MLM. And so we're going to talk about that. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about what is happening in Awakend and hear from some of the consultants, because Awakend has uploaded quite a few videos to YouTube. And so if you're not familiar with Dr. Rimka, she is the chiropractor that put on the Awakened Body Challenge last month, and she's very, very problematic in my opinion. Let's get into it. All right, so let's look at this reel that Dr. Rimka decided to post.
I'm not exactly sure what happened with all the communication. We had a really rough technological week this week. I have lost my work phone. My computer things keep blowing up and breaking. So many staffing technical issues. So I'm supposed to be doing a Zoom for the practitioners that were interested in the nootropic, for me to go over that, to bring it into practice at 11 o'clock in 30 minutes. I'm still going to do it. They said nobody has confirmed, and we had like 30 of you wanting to be on it. So I don't know. We sent messages and emails. We think. So last minute, if you're a clinician and you were interested in that paraxanthine, reply real fast and I'll send you the link. I don't even know what's happening in the world right now with everything breaking. It was hard this week. So
I can't figure out if she did this herself and is like blaming her office staff on Instagram and blatantly being passive and rude to her staff on Instagram, or if she's speaking about the Awakend employees who put together a call. I can't tell which it is because she is so vague. I don't know which she's talking about. It's either her office staff employees, because she does have a chiropractic office where she pushes her Awakend products to her patients, by the way. And you have the Awakend corporate staff side. So I don't know which it is that she is blatantly being a passive jerk to and making passive comments about the way that this call was put on social media, on a public profile for everyone to see. She is so rude and disrespectful. This would immediately gross me out. But secondarily to that, she is targeting doctors, as you'll see with the other posts that we look at, to reach out to her to start in this MLM and start pushing it on their patients. For the love of God, what is happening? Why are doctors in the world allowed to join this fucking MLM with a doctored study saying that their product helps with leptin resistance? These people who are selling this are telling people that they have leptin resistance without even doing blood work, and that may not even be the case. This is bullshit. What the is happening? I got a little heated there. I'm sorry. Then she posts a reel. I'm not going to play it because it's super boring. She's just explaining the new product. It has paraxanthine and blah, blah, blah. It's in my opinion, a waste of money, but that's just me. But I'm more concerned about the caption that she put with this. I'll be explaining the benefits of not only paraxanthine, but the other nootropics stacked synergistically in this incredibly safe and effective energy and concentration boosting brain enhancer. Standard dose is 2 capsules. However, many people will feel amazing on only 1, while others will prefer 3. It's safe to take 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon if desired. Don't take with your coffee because that's a bit of a waste of cleaner energy that you get from this. So if you love coffee, use this in the early afternoon for a flow state pick-me-up before work, writing, or the gym. If you don't do caffeine, try this straight away in the morning if you desire. Shipping starts May 21st. First come, first serve on orders. And then she says, if you're a clinician, we should have a separate conversation if you want to bring this into your practice. Ma'am, please no. And then in all of her posts about this nootropic that she keeps talking about is so great, she keeps targeting clinicians and practitioners and saying, if you want to get in on this, you can offer it to your patients. In my opinion, any physician, any practicing doctor that joins an MLM and starts promoting it in their practice should lose their medical license. That is absurd. There is a lot of pseudoscience in these MLMs, and for a doctor to be pushing it, that means that they are profiting separately from what your insurance pays, because insurance doesn't cover MLMs. That's not a thing. And don't let them tell you that it is. Insurance, your health insurance will not cover that visit. So if you were to buy in to whatever product that they are promoting in their medical practice, aside from your care or your prescriptions that are called into a pharmacy, they are profiting from that. That should be a reason for a doctor to lose his license because their head is not in the right space. In my opinion, that is unethical and just really bad practice for any doctor to have.
I see Awakend is literally changing the world, bringing the best out in people, helping them be the best version of themselves, and doing it globally. I've been a top real estate agent for the last 30 years. It was wonderful to me. I sold 100 homes a year. I had a phenomenal career. About 2009, 2010, one of my friends called me and asked me if I would take a look at an opportunity. I remember sitting at an open house on a milk crate, and I thought to myself, it was a great opportunity and I love the product, so I sold it. And that was my first exposure to network marketing, and that's where I met Danielle, one of our owners, and Rodney and Ashley. It's really funny how I ended up at Awakend. We had been at another company and my husband and I had been there for 5 years. I called Danielle and I said, Danielle, you've known me for 13 years. I'm trying to make a big life decision right now and I know you're up to something, so spill it. And she started crying and she said, I'm opening my own company and I want you to be a master distributor. And I started crying and she goes, I want you and Patrick, please. And I went, I cried, she cried. I hung up the phone, I told Pat, we cried some more, and here we are. I've always been an entrepreneur. When I was a child.
No, network marketers are not entrepreneurs. I wish they would stop saying that. They did not start anything from the bottom. They didn't get here from building something on their own. They bought into a business and they are 1099 contracted salespeople.
My parents owned what was called the Best Western Black Horse Motel. We had 4 limousines, a restaurant, Olympic-sized pools. From the time I was I can remember, I was working.
I have a photo that I showed Kelly of her parents' hotel at the pool. I was there with my mom, and there's a picture of me jumping off the diving board in 1975, and Kelly's in the pool at the ladder. That's pretty amazing that we actually crossed paths that many years ago, did our own thing, built our own lives, and then came back together again. And I think that's fate.
Pat and I have been married for 7 years now. He came to the marriage with 2 kids. I came to the marriage with 3 kids. We now have 5 children, and I have my grandson Cole, who's 2 years old, and then my little 3-year-old granddaughter Daisy.
One of the things Kelly and I like to do together is feed the homeless. A few years back, we were in Key West. You know, you go out to eat, you get leftovers. They held a sign up that said, we take leftovers. So anytime we went to get something to eat, if we didn't have any leftovers, I just ordered some more food to go, and we drive around in the golf cart and find the homeless people and give them the food. That turned into feeding the homeless at home in Florida. And what I do is I make 50 or 60 breakfast sandwiches, put together bags with water, snacks, package it all up, put it in the back of the car, and over time I figured out where the homeless kind of hang out, and I hit those areas, and they need it, and they're very thankful, and I'm grateful to be able to give back to the community that way. I think whether it's feed the homeless or volunteer somewhere is what Awakend's all about. The more you give, the more you'll get. It feels good to give.
Did that have to do with joining Awakend? Like, you have more money to give? What? What? Let's watch the rest.
Awakend has given us the opportunity to work together. It's really cool working with your best friend every day. There's time freedom. We were just talking, we want to go spend a few days in St. Augustine. We're just going to take the RV and go do it. Like, if I have to do a live, I'll do it inside the RV, and then we'll go experience St. Augustine.
Time freedom, but if I have to work, I'll do it in the RV. That's not time freedom. That's not time freedom. What that is location freedom to an extent, because you need Wi-Fi. But it's not time freedom. That's not time freedom. Time freedom is not having to do anything and just being able to do what you want when you want. This is not time freedom. That's you getting in an RV with your computer and your phone and working from the RV.
You still have the time block, but you can make quick decisions on taking a trip or something. You don't have to put in your, vacation request. You don't have to ask your boss. Well, I have to ask her, but.
Awakened is getting into your best physical shape, getting into your best mental shape, and growing. And if you don't have the proper mindset, you can't.
No. They did not get no. Oh my God. Their license plate says Awakened.
Grow. You're stuck. So Awakened is so different because we're helping people get unstuck. It's like nothing I've ever been part of. And I've been part of some pretty amazing things in my life, but this I see as a revolution.
It's allowed us the opportunity to work together, work from home, travel. If you have the proper leadership and coaching and the right mindset, anything's possible.
This company is giving people the pathway to truly experience freedom in its finest.
In my opinion, Awakened is very slowly crashing and burning. It's taking a long time and it's burning all the way down. Let's see the other videos they have uploaded from Awakend Kickoff.
When I hear the term Awakened Nation, I think of an army. I think of a lot of people getting in the trenches together, helping each other out, each one teaching one. I grew up as John Forston III in Silver Spring, Maryland, which is a suburb outside of Washington, D.C. Siblings, I have a younger brother. He's just about 2 years younger than I am. Dad has passed on, but my mom is still alive and kicking. She'll be 83 in July. Jessica, my sweetheart, she's a very caring individual, and in our relationship, she's my best friend.
We have a long history. We've actually known each other for going on 22 years now and got married late in life. We've eloped in Jamaica during the pandemic.
Really cool, actually. If you are not married and you are planning on getting married, I highly recommend eloping. I would have done that.
And I had a beautiful reception in Bend, Oregon, which is where all my immediate family lives.
She's got 2 sisters. Her mother's a beautiful human being. She's got so much extended family, and not only do I have her support, but I have her family support as well, which is also very important.
Jay and I love traveling. We're huge travel buffs. We're also huge movie buffs. We love going to movies, and we're big foodies. We love experiencing new restaurants, new cuisine. I did get my degree in education, so I was a 5th and 6th grade teacher, and then I started my own educational tutoring company. And so I had that business for about 12 years, so I do have an entrepreneurial background. And I'm really thrilled and just grateful that I was able to become a part of the Big Brother, Big Sister organization of America, and was introduced to my little, and her name is Lavender. I met her when she was 10 years old. She just turned 18 a few months ago, graduated high school, and she'll always be a part of my life.
She was nominated as Big Sister of the Year for 2020 and 2021. They had a huge gala in Washington, D.C.
That's really cool. And the world needs people like this, but I'm not sure what it has to do with Awakened yet. Where are we going with this?
as a kid. I was extremely entrepreneurial because my parents worked extremely hard. My father was an electrical engineer, and my mother was a DC public school teacher, and they gave us as much as they could. So we were rich with love, but we weren't rich. Anything you wanted outside the lines, you had to get it on your own. And I started mowing lawns. I saw at a very young age that being your own boss was critical in deciding how your future would shape. I was in the car business. That being said, I got tired of being at first and 10 every single month. So the car business, you're only as good as your next month. So every single day I was in the car business, I kept telling myself, as soon as I find a network marketing company that aligns with what I feel is honest, integrity driven, timing, and an extremely aggressive and good product, I knew I would quit cold turkey. And that's exactly what I did. When Awakend was brought to me, it wasn't even Awakend at that time. It was an idea, and I wanted to be a part of something that offered more. So when I first heard the 3 pillars, Awakened Self, Awakened Health, and Awakened Wealth, it was
Wow, that feels like up to you.
different. I never heard that before, especially in the very beginning of a company. And I saw that vision immediately when I got in front of hearing what Danielle and Rodney and Ashley had to say about what they wanted to build here. I get up in the morning, check in with my emails immediately, check in with text messages, and call one of my close friends who's been in this industry with me a long period of time, get the pulse of the day. I normally have 1 or 2 Zooms set up, and I either polish the rest of the afternoon off, maybe listening to a few excerpts of Les Brown, and I try to keep the field informed as much as possible, as fast as possible, and keep them inspired. The future of Awakened Nation and the future for Jay Forston, I see that being extremely vast. There's so many good people that we have here, and so many good people that have yet to join us. I want the world for Awakened Nation. I'm strapped in. I'm going to be there with my wife Jessica, and we're going to take it for a ride. The sky's the limit for us.
I'm not sure what these videos are showing us, aside from the people who are at the top of the pyramid already because they joined super early. I don't understand, like, what was their goal with these videos?
Joy is so important to me. When I wake up every moment, that's what I want my day to be filled with. Who can I help? What changes can I make? And how much joy can be in my life today? And that is with Awakened, and our private life, that's with our family and our children. I cherish that more than anything. Peter, he is the love of my life. He is my handsome, that cute boy that I met, from the other side of the world, imagine, right? And we've never been apart. It's been almost 28 years.
The reason why we were never apart from that moment is that we do everything together in life. We start the day together, we have breakfast together, and our son also lives at home.
I call him Joshy still. He's almost 20, but I will forever call him Joshy. He's my baby.
It's nice to have the 3 of us really in this household where we help each other.
When I want to get away from the boys or they're shooting pool and I just don't feel like it, I go play in my closet. And it has one wall of all shoes, handbags all around, and I love shoes. My favorite color is pink. That's why my little doggie was pink, right? Her name was Diva. We do a lot of family stuff. That means the world to me. Kids, we typically see maybe for dinner or something a couple times a week. And everybody pretty much knows me for Fridays at 5 o'clock. You can probably bet I'm having some chips and guacamole. So my son Michael would make it for me all the time. And so I would say, okay, Mikey, you gotta teach me. He said, it's a secret sauce, Mom. And there's no secret, it is so easy. It's just become like a tradition that we love to do. Who can make it better?
We're getting into the nicer season here in California. I'll take out my boat and take my family out and explore the California coast a little bit. It's an offshore boat, so we can truly go to Catalina. You can go fast, but there's still a cabin with a bed. And
What does this have to do with Awakened? Are you showing your time freedom that doesn't exist?
a small kitchen, so we can do a little bit of everything there.
We love to do brunches is a big thing for our family and friends. I have a grandson, so it's never a dull moment. I'm in the gym 6 days a week. Sometimes I do have to kind of pull Peter in to go to the gym with me.
I try to follow her a little bit more than she follows me because she's the trendsetter there.
I do have to say that is one thing I do not sacrifice. Peter and I have been in network marketing for the last 17 years, and I've never seen anything like Awakend. One, because we have the right product. Like, we have a product with no competition whatsoever. And two, the people that are running it at the helm, they have so much experience. And we have an awesome community here at Awakend.
So we already locked arms before the company name was announced, before we really knew what the products were gonna be. We just aligned ourselves with the leadership, the people.
Which means they got in before anyone else. So they are already at the top of the pyramid, because that's how MLMs work.
That we wanted to be in business with.
It doesn't always come easy, right? You have to work. But I'll tell you, if you roll up your sleeves and you go to work, there's some magical things in your life that could change dramatically if you put your mind to it.
Since this is a home-based business and we work from home, we typically use all the space around us here to work.
I told Peter that by us becoming master distributors, I wanted to be in the field, dig in the trenches, roll my sleeves up, and help mentor people, help coach people. And I tell people, dream big. We have team meetings every week where we will sit and do those together.
When I typically focus on the product, the opportunity, the business plan, she focuses more on the product and the lifestyle that goes along with that. Sometimes she sits on the couch doing phone calls, I sit on the computer doing a Zoom. Then we switch roles, and sometimes we do Zooms together, sometimes we're on a conference call together.
It's long hours at times, right? But it's so worth it. And the fact that I get to do it next to my partner is the most rewarding thing for me.
We truly use the house here as our place of business, but we conduct business all around the world.
If somebody has a dream and they really see the potential here, I've seen life-changing things happen.
With Awakend as our vehicle, I think we are very well positioned to take advantage of this wave as it is now coming over the US and Canada, to then also enter into other parts of the world.
That fits every aspect of life. Everything about health, everything about nourishment, everything.
The Awakend people probably call them and like say, what's the most expensive thing you have? The most expensive pieces of everything that you own? Take them out, because we're coming over and we're filming a whole thing about you, and we want to make it look like you can make enough money to buy a Lamborghini. That is false advertisement for an MLM. Please stop doing that.
About, exercise and taking care of yourself and putting good products in your body. So I just feel like it's a perfect match. I feel like our life was a stepping stone to get where we are today with Awakend.
Ugh, the worst. I think we had enough of seeing all of the flashy shit and false claims. Let's talk about the two new products that they're releasing called Uplift and Unwind. They put a video up about these products as well. Let's look into it. Oh my God. I'm not going to make you suffer through that video. It was 6 minutes of boringness. So the new products they have are called Awakend Uplift is the first one. And this is the one that is supposed to wake you up. It's got the nootropics and the paraxanthine. I believe that the mushroom coffee or mud water, I think that those both have those things, and they're probably cheaper than the Uplift because 60 capsules, it's $105. Are you kidding me? So if you remember when we looked at Dr. Rimka's Instagram a few minutes ago, she mentioned that sometimes people take 4 to 6 capsules every day. That would mean that if you take 6 capsules every day, you would need a new bottle every 10 days. So you're spending $105 on this supplement that they're pushing on you for energy. And it's probably, again, another placebo, of course, in my opinion, every 10 days. That's a lot of money. I would try a different route before I went this way. And then they have this Unwind spray. This looks like a serum. I'm not too sure what you do with it. I don't know if it's like sublingual, goes under the tongue, if you mix it with something, if you rub it on your skin. They don't have any of this information on the website at this point. It's just a picture of the bottle and the box. So this is $80 for a bottle. You could get so many other different brands for way less money than this. This is out of control. And really, just like this video is out of control. We've been around the world with Awakend today. I really went off the rails with this one. I just had some thoughts and decided I was going to talk about them right now, and I had to do it on a video, and we aren't organized. So my apologies if this video was way too hard to follow. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and remember to stay far, far away from Awakend.